And they're off. Mrs. Dell on the outside, Mebs Webb and Ms. Malevolence mixing it up early. And so there goes Ms. Malevolence, the head in front from Mebs Webb and Mrs. Dell on the outside. Miss Marino tracks along the rail from fourth, just 3 from the front. Special Freedom back of the pack with Notion Interruptus trailing the field. Heading on for the far turn, Ms. Malevolence, the head in front. Mebs Webb is pushing her from the outside. Length and a half in. Mrs. Dell is in third. Miss Marino's in fourth. And Special Freedom is 4 from the front in fifth position. And Notion Interruptus to the back of the pack. So around the far turn, Ms. Malevolence, Mebs Webb. They've been the top pair so far. Mrs. Dell on the outside and Special Freedom. Miss Marino battles along but drops back, and Notion Interruptus still at the back. Top of the stretch now. They make the turn for home. Mrs. Dell, Mebs Webb on the inside. Ms. Malevolence as they turn in 3 right across the track. Extreme outside. Mrs. Dell got a bit of momentum trying to carry on, but Ms. Malevolence is fighting back. Mebs Webb in between horses. Special Freedom with an inside run. Shifting in a bit, Mrs. Dell just in front now from Ms. Malevolence. It's Mrs. Dell, Ms. Malevolence. It's Mrs. Dell, Ms. Malevolence. Mrs. or Ms. Mrs. Dell. Ms. Malevolence was second. Special Freedom, Notion Interruptus, or Mebs Webb